welcome back. Those of you who don't know who I am yet, my name is Verity, and I talk about basically everything and anything that comes up to mind. I am filming these videos as a way of journaling to look back and to reflect on myself. I don't expect anything of this channel, and I just want to keep on going all the way till 2020, end of 2025 perhaps, and then do as many videos as I can and then see what happens. But I don't expect anything. But what makes me motivated to film today's video is one of my dearest friends. She knows who she is. I don't think she follows this channel, but she has the longest dream of going and getting into UBC, and she did recently. And she was telling me that she had the biggest fear of celebrating and posting it, that she got into this school, UBC, that she really wanted to. And because she was the first one, because her classmates were judging her. Like, that is a part of external validation, and that is something that you should not be thinking about, because she's been working on this single goal for so long, since like a few years back, right? And then finally this moment of celebration has turned into this guilt and judgment. Well, not saying that it is their fault for making someone feel like that, but we as humans tend to want external validation. There's nothing wrong with that. But this should be a moment for her to celebrate. She should have been celebrating with her family, being really, really proud of all the successes. I'm really sorry if the lighting's being really weird, because my blind is currently stuck and it's electric. So there's no way I could do anything about it until maybe next year. I'm not sure. But the electric blinds was the thing that sold me to this apartment, and now it's like, I hate this lighting, but I'm really sorry. But let's keep on going. So what she needs to do in this moment is to reclaim her energy by not letting others affect her. So she needs to think about how she can celebrate the success and think of all the hard work, and then feel joyous in the moment, and then having someone loving, friends, peers, whatever, to support her, who maybe also has the same dream, instead of putting on the guilt and shame that she was the only one that got in. Like, yeah, she's the only one that got in so far because others probably submitted it later. That's not her fault. And she worked so hard for this moment. She's the first one who got it. She should be absolutely, I'm so proud of her, and she should be feeling like the best, not that she's a loser or anything, you know. Yeah, that's one of the things that motivated me to start a video just now. But something else that I would like to talk about is what I've learned from the experience of my traumas, of my past trauma that I kind of experienced, and what I learned from it, and what I learned from love especially. So as I've grown up and as I've experienced different kinds of love or romantic relationships, I have learned a lot more from it. First of all, I've learned that some phrases that I was taught or heard since really at a young age is completely wrong. And there's two of them. The first one is finding your other half. This term is very unrealistic because when two people are together, they should be whole themselves. Like, yes, if you're thinking about two circles, I've read this somewhere. If you think about two circles, they should be touching each other. They shouldn't be swallowing up each other. And then finding your other half is kind of like your half by yourself already. But you need to be a whole circle in order to find the other person to attract to. So finding your other half is not really realistic. That's why people become housewives, because they get swallowed by the other half, you know. The other term that I've recently found to object is love at first sight. I don't know if this is controversial, but after seeing a TikTok, I've realized that love at first sight does not exist. Maybe lust at first sight and attraction at first sight, you could have attraction, but love is developed. Love is like caring for someone through their flaws and greatness, you know, through health and disease, you know, like that is love. And some people aren't committed to love or being loved, but that's okay. But love at first sight does not exist. You can have attraction for someone at first sight, you can have lust for them, a desire for them, but love is developed later on, because they can be your type but not who you love. They can be not your type and you could still love them. You know, there's the difference to that, to someone who's your type and you're attracted to versus someone who you can love. And so getting those two terms clear has helped me some way in terms of distinguishing love and going on to the next relationship. And the reason I found maybe that I wasn't as successful in past relationships was because I was not grounded. I was not deeply in love with myself. No one is obligated to love you. No one is obligated to have any feelings towards you except for your parents. And so you have to be obligated to love yourself. Because as humans, we all need validation and love and all those kinds of emotions, but instead of seeking them through external areas, think of in what way can you truly love yourself. For example, accomplishing the promises that you made to yourself and doing what's right even though you know that it feels wrong or something like that, to love yourself. Because no one is obligated to love you. Remember that. Like, I wasn't as grounded and self-loving as I should have been because I was seeking so much attention on crushes and like appearances and all of that things. I'm pretty sure before the age of 19, every single wish that I had, whenever I had the chance to make a wish, it was for a boy. Like, I had boyfriend added to my list every single year. So it's kind of hard breaking that cycle now, but like, I need to break away from that cycle, and realizing that is the first step to breaking that cycle, because I wasn't as grounded in my own beliefs first and self-love. So if you get a boyfriend or get into a relationship, it's really easy for you to sway away from your boundaries, you know, because you don't know what you want yet, and you don't know how to love yourself. So I kind of wish that I had learned that earlier on, but the reason why we need to do that is because so we know what to expect in a relationship, what you want, what you don't want, what your boundaries are, and how you can protect them in a relationship. Knowing your worth, having that self-love, even though no one is obligated to love you, you will be happy. Because you're not seeking that crush, that external dopamine anymore, you know? That's all I gotta say for today. Thanks for tuning in. Drive safe. Have a safe flight. Merry Christmas. The sun is blinding me.